Your brain is a record of your past. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every habit you have, all of it has been wired into your nervous system through years of repetition. Most people wake up every single morning and immediately become the same person they were yesterday. They think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, make the same choices, and then they wonder why their life never changes. Today we are breaking down Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, the book that uses hard neuroscience, not wishful thinking, to show you exactly how to rewire your brain and literally become a different person. Let us go. Welcome to CosmiReads. Dr. Joe Dispenza was struck by an SUV during a triathlon in 1986 that fractured 6 of his vertebrae. Multiple surgeons told him he would never walk again without surgery. He refused. Instead, he spent hours every day reconstructing his spine in his mind, using only thought, visualization, and focused intention. 9.5 weeks later, he walked out of his recovery. That experience launched a 30-year obsession with understanding how thought alone could heal the body and transform the mind. Breaking the habit of being yourself is the distillation of everything he learned, and what makes it stand out from every other self-help book is this. It does not ask you to believe. It asks you to understand. Dispenza builds his entire framework on 4 neuroscientific principles. First, neurons that fire together wire together. Every time you think the same thought or feel the same emotion, those neurons wire together into hardwired patterns. Your brain literally builds physical infrastructure for your most repeated thoughts. Second, the body becomes the mind. After years of the same emotions, your body memorizes those emotional states. Your cells develop receptor sites that crave specific emotional chemicals. This is why change feels physically uncomfortable. Your body is literally addicted to its familiar emotional state. Third, the quantum model of reality. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and where you place your energy is what begins to show up in your physical reality. Fourth, neuroplasticity. The brain can change at any age. You can rewire your brain by thinking new thoughts, feeling new emotions, and repeating new behaviors. The old self is just a well-practiced habit. Dispenza teaches 4 key concepts for change. Concept 1, the void. You need to enter a state of pure presence where you are no longer running the old program. In this openness, new neural pathways can form. Concept 2, becoming aware of your unconscious programs. Approximately 95% of your mental activity is unconscious by adulthood. The work is to bring those programs into conscious awareness and choose differently. Concept 3, the elevated emotion. Your emotions are the language your body uses to communicate with the quantum field. When you combine a clear mental intention with a genuinely elevated emotional state, you send a coherent signal into the field. Concept 4, living in the future as if it is already here. You must spend time every day mentally rehearsing your future self as if it already exists, feeling the emotions of your desired reality right now. Think about Marcus, a project manager stuck in middle management for 7 years. Every morning, he woke up with the same anxiety and the same inner monologue. I am not confident enough. People do not take me seriously. These felt like observations, but they were instructions his brain received daily. When Marcus began Dispenza's meditation, he spent 15 minutes every morning mentally rehearsing being a confident senior leader. He felt the pride and calm authority so vividly that his body began to feel it as real. 3 months later, his demeanor had noticeably shifted. His colleagues and manager noticed. He was offered a leadership role he had not even applied for. His external world rearranged itself to match his new internal state. Consider Elena, who had struggled with chronic anxiety for 12 years. When she discovered Dispenza's work, she realized her anxiety was not a condition she had. It was a state her body had memorized. Her cells were addicted to the neurochemistry of anxiety. That realization was liberating, because if the anxiety was a learned state, it could be unlearned. Elena committed to daily meditation focused on feeling safe, grounded, and at peace. Within 90 days, her anxiety had reduced to a fraction of its previous intensity. Her body had learned a new normal. David, who wanted to build a business but kept self-sabotaging every opportunity. He would start something, gain momentum, and then unconsciously undermine his own progress. Classic pattern. Dispenza would identify this immediately. David's unconscious identity was that of someone who struggles, someone for whom success is not really meant. David used Dispenza's concept of becoming aware of unconscious programs to identify that belief precisely. Then he spent 90 days in daily meditation deliberately installing a new identity, an identity of someone who builds things and sees them through, someone for whom success is natural and expected. The self-sabotage gradually disappeared, not because David forced himself to stop, but because the old identity that needed to sabotage no longer existed. Here is Dispenza's meditation in 6 phases. Phase 1, induction. 2 minutes of slow, deep breathing to shift your brain from beta into alpha and theta. Phase 2, becoming no one. Let go of your name, your job, your problems. Exist as pure awareness. Phase 3, intention setting. From this clear state, bring in one specific intention, your future self or desired quality. Phase 4, elevated emotion. Feel the emotion of your desired reality as if it already exists. Genuine gratitude, love, joy. Let it fill your whole body. This is the signal you send into the quantum field. Phase 5, mental rehearsal. In this elevated state, mentally rehearse a scene from your desired future with full sensory detail. Navigate through it slowly. Phase 6, gratitude. Close. Feel a wave of genuine gratitude. Take 3 slow breaths. Open your eyes slowly and sit with the feeling for at least 5 more minutes before reaching for your phone. 5 implementation tips. 1. Tomorrow morning, audit your automatic first thoughts before getting out of bed. Write them down without judgment. 2. Start with 10 minutes of meditation, phases 1 and 2 only, before adding more. Consistency over duration, always. 3. Write 1 paragraph defining your new personality in present tense and read it before every meditation. 4. Catch yourself living in the past throughout the day and say internally, that was then, this is now. 5. Rate your emotional state morning and evening on a scale of 1 to 10 and track it daily for 30 days. Your 7-day challenge. Day 1. Audit your automatic morning thoughts. Day 2. Write your new personality paragraph in present tense. Day 3. 10 minutes of meditation, phases 1 and 2 only. Day 4. Add the elevated emotion phase and notice how your body feels after. Day 5. Complete all 6 phases and rate your emotional state morning and evening. Day 6. Catch yourself living in the past 3 times and use the pattern interrupt. Day 7. Complete your full meditation, Compare your emotional state to day 1 and drop your biggest insight in the comments. Breaking the habit of being yourself. Your brain is not fixed. Your personality is not permanent. Your past does not have to be your future. The habit of being yourself can be broken. Starting tomorrow morning, starting with 10 minutes, starting with awareness. Hit that like button if this helped. Subscribe for next week's Power of Your Subconscious Mind summary. Comment right now with one word describing the new person you are choosing to become. The book and audiobook links are in the description. Thank you for watching CosmiReads. Manifest, read, rise. See you in the next one. I have created 3 free downloads for you. The full 22 processes guide, a printable emotional guidance scale, and a 7-day challenge tracker, all completely free. Links are in the description below. Download them right now while you are watching.